Virgo, February is definitely going to be an interesting month for you. So first, it starts out with one of your favorite topics, work and health. So it's a bit of a slow and sort of a boring start, but that's just how you like it, right? Getting organized, getting your to-do list in order, getting 1,000,001 pens. Yeah, that's the essence of Aquarius season for you. But then February is going to get real interesting and very spicy. There's going to be an emphasis on relationships, and most importantly, sex and intimacy are going to be where your abundance lies this month. And then finally, the full moon in Leo is going to have you a little bit introspective. I feel like it's going to ask you who you really are, what is in your heart, and how do you identify yourself? Very important questions they'll be asked around the full moon in Leo. So if you want to know more about what February has to offer, keep watching. You definitely don't want to miss this. What's up, Virgo? As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Mel, your new favorite astrologer, and I am the founder of Divine Feminine Works, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. So as always, if you are returning, welcome back. All right, so this channel is everything tarot, astrology, spirituality, and manifestation. So if those are the things you like, if those are the things you love, if those are the things you want to learn more about, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell to always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, my love, so this is going to be the February 2023 monthly astro forecast for the sign of Virgo rising. So I just want to remind you that all of these videos are done by rising sign. Because I do an astrology forecast, it has to be done by rising sign. So hopefully you are watching the right video, okay? And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, if you have no idea what your rising sign is, you definitely need to watch a couple of my videos, all right? So definitely peruse the channel and watch some of my introductory astrology videos. And also, the information on how to find out your rising sign will be in the description box below, so definitely check that out. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the month and see what's going on for you. All right, so first and foremost, there's going to be an emphasis on your 6th house of work and health during Aquarius season. Then when the sun moves into Pisces, it is going to light up your 7th house of relationships. I know, our favorite topic, right? Then there's going to be a little bit of sexiness, some spiciness when you have an emphasis on your 8th house of intimacy. And then finally, that full moon in Leo is going to light up your 12th house of solitude and confinement. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so Aquarius season, like I said, the sun is going to be in your 6th house of work and health. So as much as you love organizing and getting efficient, I feel like Aquarius season is going to be extremely interesting for you because Aquarius is such a future forward-looking sign. And because we're in the age of Aquarius and because technology is moving at the speed of light, I feel like Aquarius season, so therefore the first half of February is going to be a really good time for you to implement new technology into your daily routine or into your work, or even your health matters. So whether this is getting a new Fitbit or an Apple Watch, whether it's using some sort of bot to answer questions or social media responses automatically, or whether it's using AI to help you write articles or something like that, I feel like that's going to be a really great way to implement or incorporate that Virgo energy into your work and health during Aquarius season. So I feel like things are going to be definitely interesting in that regard, okay? And did I forget to put up? Yeah, I think I did. So 6th house. Yeah, I was talking about 6th house. See, I'm a Virgo sun, and the Virgo in me is so particular. I want every video to look the same. I want all the little things, and if I forget one, like, you know the energy. If you know, you know. So yeah, so that's your 6th house. and Aquarius season. All right. And then come Pisces season, there's going to be an emphasis on your 7th house of relationships. Okay. So this is about, so you know how you are. Virgo is very selfless. Virgo loves to serve. Virgo loves to support people. And I feel like that Piscean energy, that energy of service and selflessness, but also of love and romance is going to really be a thing for you come Pisces season, because your 7th house of relationship is going to be jam-packed with planets, actually. So there's going to be the sun in Pisces, the new moon in Pisces, Venus is in Pisces, and Neptune is in Pisces. So not only are you going to have that selfless and altruistic kind of nature when it comes to your relationships, but you're going to believe in love again. I feel like love is going to be very idyllic for you, very rose-colored glasses, very romance novel kind of thing. I feel like it's going to be really good if you allow yourself to tap into it. Again, I know that Virgo energy so well, and I know that a lot of times you kind of just want to shut off all of those feelings, right? That's the realm of Pisces. Virgo is all about tangibility and efficiency and being of service, right? But I feel like by and large, Pisces season is really going to have you being a little softer, a little more tapped in. For some, this may not even be a romantic relationship. I feel like this can be an emphasis on perhaps your spirituality and your spiritual relationship. Either way, I feel like relationships are just going to be a feel-good kind of energy. It's going to be a source of pleasant, happy energy for you in Pisces season. All right. Then we also have an emphasis on your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources. Now, I say things are going to get spicy because Venus starts off the month in Pisces, right? But then she makes her way into Aries, and Aries is your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources. And when Venus goes into Aries, she's going to link up with Jupiter. And Venus and Jupiter are the 2 most positive planets in our solar system. So this is where your abundance resides, right? So sex, and more sex. But not just sex for the sake of having sex. Although, because Aries is your 8th house, it kind of is sex for the sake of having sex. It's definitely nothing that's deep and substantive, right? But I feel like sex, your sex drive, your sexual energy is where your abundance lies, right? If you're familiar with the book Think and Grow Rich, they talk about harnessing your sexual energy and transmuting that. Sexual energy is creativity. And so with Aries being your 8th house, I feel like if you're able to channel that sexual energy either with someone else or even just individually into creating something new, I feel like it's going to pay off. And I feel like it's going to pay off like literally, okay, in terms of actual money. So I feel like, especially the second part of February, I feel like it really pays for you to be creative in a new, bold, and dynamic sort of way. This isn't like, oh, I think of something that I want to do, but I'm like, it doesn't fit into my schedule. No, this is about being bold and proactive about it. So this could be, again, and when I say, sex with other people or sex with yourself, that could definitely mean, I mean that literally, but also harnessing that sexual energy and using it to create something. It could be something literally creative, right? Like painting, music, poetry, those kind of things. Or it could be creative in terms of sex, like creating a child in a way, right? So any of those things, again, is where your abundance lies. So use that sexual energy to your advantage. Don't shy away from it. Definitely take advantage of it. All right. And then finally, there's going to be an emphasis on your 12th house of solitude and confinement. And this is going to be lit up at the light of the full moon in Leo towards the beginning of the month. Okay. So this full moon is going to have you being very introspective. You might want to keep a dream journal because I feel like your dreams are going to be very vivid. I feel like there's going to be a lot of messages for you. You may even just want to sleep more or just, relax. Okay. I feel like meditating, praying, communing with your higher self, with God or the universe is definitely going to be beneficial to you because ultimately the full moon in Leo is going to have you tap into your heart chakra, into your heart space, figure out who you are, what you're passionate about, perhaps what your purpose is here. and to be courageous enough to follow your heart. So I feel like spending a lot of time by yourself, which is obviously something that comes naturally to you, and really being introspective, tapping into your heart chakra is what that full moon in Leo is going to be all about. All right. So definitely carve out some quiet time for yourself, and also keep a dream journal, script, do all of those things, those meditative practices that can get you tapped in, because I feel like there's a lot that can be gained in terms of what you're passionate about and what direction you want to move in life can be gained at the full moon in Leo. All right, so that's pretty much February in a nutshell for you, Virgo. So now that we have gotten the astrology out of the way, let's get into the tarot and see what messages Spirit has for you this month. All right, so let's pull some cards and see what we got here. Okay. We've got 4. First card out is progressions, and it's a journey. Okay. All right. So I'm hearing some of you are embarking on a new journey in love. All right. This could be with someone from the past, or it could be someone who's not from the past. But this is a long journey. And I get the sense that you are not really up for the trip. I feel like you just, not that you're over it, but I feel like that's not in your consciousness right now, to focus on love, to focus on going the distance with someone. Even if you are partnered up, I feel like you feel like there are more important things for you to think of than relationship, like dealing with relationship issues, dealing with everything that comes with a relationship. I feel like you're just not about that right now. Not to say that you don't want to be in a relationship, but that's not where you want your focus to be. Okay. Then next up, we've got Neptune, vision. Okay. This is sort of, so I'm getting 2 things with this. Number 1, remember I said there's going to be a whole bunch of planets in your 7th house of relationships, one of which is Neptune. Neptune is going to have you feeling dreamy about relationships. It's almost like you have a tug of war between your head and your heart. Your heart wants to experience love, wants to go on this journey of love, but your head is like, no, there are better things to think about. Like, I can use my energy better elsewhere. And so you kind of have to figure out where you want to go with this. Are you going to listen to your heart, or are you going to listen to your head? And with the full moon in Leo sort of permeating the energy of the month, I feel like you may be inclined to follow your heart, but you know, obviously you have free will, so you can decide what you want to do. Also, I'm definitely getting, and this is weird and it might not apply to everyone, but I'm definitely getting this energy of like sex magic and like using the power of your sexual energy and visualization at the same time to manifest things. That may be something you want to look into. Or again, it could just be channeling whatever sexual energy you're feeling or experiencing into something creative. But I feel like the presence of this Neptune card is reinforcing that message. Then we've got retrograde. There are no planets that are retrograde this month, okay? But this is about reviewing something from the past. I really think it has to do with a relationship. And it's like, it's interesting because the way I'm feeling right, like I don't even want to talk about that. And I feel like that's how you feel. You're like, I don't even want to revisit this right now. Like I thought that it was over. And then we've got, not over. Let me not say, I think maybe for some you thought that it was over, but I feel like you're like, I'd rather use my brain cells to think about something else. Like I don't want to think about relationships, especially one from the past. And then we've got this Cancer card. It could be with a Cancer. I'm getting like this Cancer just doesn't want to leave you alone. Like this person, they're like stuck. Oh, I almost don't want to say what I heard, but I'm going to say it because that's just how I do when I do readings. It's almost like this person is stuck to you like crabs. You know, like when you have crabs, like the nasty kind of crabs. Like someone is just stuck to you and you're just like, I just don't want to deal with this. Ugh. That's exactly how you feel. You're just like, ugh. I'm like, I don't even like this person anymore. Or I'm really not trying to go down that route. But this person seems almost codependent with respect to you. I feel like they are really stuck on you. I don't know if they guilt you into things or they're a bit emotionally manipulative, but I'm also getting that too. All right, let's get some more cards. Yeah, we have the Three of Swords. I feel like you're in a position where you could potentially break someone's heart. Because again, you're really not in the mood for relationships. Or there's a particular relationship in the past that's coming back around that you're just like, yeah, I really don't want to revisit this. Like, I hear you saying like, you're an ex for a reason. And I'm not trying to reopen that door. Yeah. And then we have the Eight of Cups, walking away. Like you definitely want to walk away from this situation. And I feel like you really might leave someone brokenhearted. Okay. Let's get some more cards here. Yep. We've got the Six of Cups. This is a past relationship that you want no parts of. All right. Okay. We've got the King of Wands. I feel like you're very much focused on work. You're also very confident about the fact that you don't want this relationship. Like, I cannot stress that enough. You're really like, no, I'm putting my foot down. I really don't want to revisit this. Okay. I'd rather be by myself. Like, you're very much in your own world. For some, I'm hearing like, remember I said before that you've got all of this Piscean energy in your 7th house of relationships. So I feel like there's a certain standard that you're setting relationships to, and it's a very high standard. It's like any relationship that you're in or that you're going to get into, it has to be damn near perfect. And you're like, this person from the past is so far from perfection. You're like, you know what? Some of you were like, you know what? That was a complete mistake. Like, I don't even want people to know I dated this person. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I dated them. Like, I must have been on crack when I dated them. Like, you're really like almost regretful of being in this past relationship that's coming back around. You're like, I'd rather be by myself. Thank you. Please and thank you. All right, let's get 2 more cards from this deck. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this may have been a relationship that went on for a while. I'm hearing the number 7. So this could have been from 2017. This could have been 7 years ago. You could have been with this person for 7 months. There's something about the number 7 that's significant here in terms of time. Yeah, and I feel like this person's like, oh, but we have history. And you're like, yeah, it's history I'd rather not repeat. And you're so stone cold with this too. Like, you're not even wavering. You're not even like, oh, maybe I'll talk to them. Maybe I'll say, no, you're like, no, I would much rather be by myself than entertain you. I get it, Virgo. I get it. Yeah, we've got the Ace of Swords. You are so definitively decisive about this. You're just like, no. And you're very forthcoming with your communication. So I don't feel like you're leading this person on. I don't feel like you're beating around the bush. I feel like you're like, listen, sir, or listen, ma'am, I'm not with this. I don't want to be with you. Please get away from me. I'd rather be by myself. Like, you notice how the Hermit is on the top of the mountain. Like, you want to get as far away from this person as you can. And I don't blame you. Look at that. Then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. Like, you're over. This relationship is over. It's dead. It's flatline. You're like, I want no parts of this. Okay. Interesting. Let's get 3 cards from this deck. All right, that's 1, 2, 3. First card out is Mature Woman. Next card out is Lovers. Next card out is Southern Wealth. All right. Some of you, I feel like you've, there's a certain level of immaturity that you think this person has. You're like, look at me. Like, I am just mature. I'm well put together. And you're looking for a relationship that reflects your maturity. And I feel like this person doesn't. And I feel like when you find this, so it's almost like you, like I said, you'd rather use your brain cells to think about something else other than this past relationship. But you also have a very idealized standard in your mind as to what a relationship needs to look like for you. And I feel like when you find that standard, when you find your perfect relationship, this is what's going to come in. And I feel like until that comes around, you're not willing to entertain anything or anyone else but pure perfection. And I don't blame you. All right. Let's pick one last oracle card to close out the reading. Yeah, butterfly, metamorphosis. I'm laughing because I feel like when you dated this person in the past, you were like a caterpillar, right? And now you've morphed into a butterfly and you're like, why would I date a caterpillar? Like, that just makes no sense. I'm looking for a butterfly. I'm looking for a beautiful butterfly, okay? And I'm not even saying this in a superficial way, although a part of it is a little superficial. You've done a lot of work on yourself. Of course you have, because you are a Virgo, okay? You've done a lot of work on yourself, and it is very evident that this person has not done work on themselves. Remember I said before, they're a bit codependent. So they really rely on you for a come up. They rely on you. It's almost like they live vicariously through you. They haven't done any sort of internal work themselves. And you're like, that's just not going to fly. I've done the work. I need someone else who's done the work. I've matured. And I feel like you haven't. And until I find my mature man or woman, take it as it resonates, then I'm just not going to entertain any of this. And I completely understand, Virgo. All right. So it's a good place to be. And I love the fact that you're decisive and you're vocal about it. You're not beating around the bush or leading this person on. I feel like you're like, yeah, this ain't happening. So have a nice life. All right. Not bad, though. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, Virgo. So that concludes your February 2023 monthly astro forecast. I sincerely hope that you were able to get at least one important message. You probably got a couple of messages, though. One important message that you can use going forward into this month. If you would like to know more about my products and services, those links will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an amazing February, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.